Hi everyone, welcome to this week's wellbeing session. So we're going to be doing Pilates, specifically working on that core always, but that lower body. We're going to be doing a sideline series which can be done on the floor, but if you can't get down on the floor, you can actually do it lying on a sofa or on a bed, okay? So there's no excuses. So as always, just listen to your body, look after yourself. Any pain, always stop. It's going to be challenging, it is exercise, but just pop a comment or message us, and if you have any questions, I will get in touch with you. So we're starting those feet hip distance apart, give ourselves a little shake out, and we're just going to focus on that core engagement and our alignment to keep us safe. So taking a breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out, I want you to blow out a candle. Breathing in through the nose, think about a string pulling you up to the sky. And then breathing out, we're blowing out that candle. On the in breath, let's take our shoulders up to the ears this time. Breathing out, let them drop heavy. Once more like that. Breathing in, up. And breathing out, drop. Leave those shoulders there. Breathing in, string pulls you high. Let's start that core engagement, so belly button to spine. Inhale, grow tall. Breathing out, corset of muscle. Inhale, up high. So is this core strength, this contraction, so it's going to protect our lower back, make us stronger, improve our posture, and just look after us during our exercises. Breathing in. Add on a head turn, breathing out, warm up the neck. Inhale, center. Over to the side, breathing out. Inhale, center. Let's do that once more each way. Breathing out, belly button to spine. Inhale, center. And then exhale, last one. Breathing in, bringing it back to center. Just warm up those shoulders quickly. We're going to take our beach ball, take a breath in. And then breathing out, we're going to lift that beach ball up over our head. Inhale, lower back down. So from the side, nothing is flaring. Breathing out, belly button to spine, so the ribs don't stick forward, those bellies don't go forward. Inhale, lower. Let's do that once more. Breathing out. And breathing in. Opening up that heart, take that beach ball to chest height. Breathing out, open. Inhale, center. Other side. Inhale, center. Last one each way. Really stretch. Look at those fingertips. Breathing in. And breathing out. Fab. Let's drop those arms. Give them a little breather. Increase the bend in knee. Keep your hips facing forward. And just warming up that middle. Warming up. And then we're going to slow it down until we come to center. Find those hip bones, and then over time we're going to lock out those legs. We're going to take a breath in, and then using that core engagement, breathing out, stick your bum back, stretching through the backs of the legs. Inhale, sweep your hips forward in a circular motion. Exhale, bum back, try and get nice and low. Inhale, breathing out, and breathing in. Let's do once more this way. And then changing directions. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one. Bring it all the way back up to standing and add that little bend back to your legs. So going into some balance work now. So this is going to help us with our core engagement, strengthening, and also our vestibular awareness. Okay, so just swaying from side to side. Weight going from one foot to the other. And then we're stopping when we've got that even distribution of weight. Our nose is between our toes. And just standing nice and tall. Take a breath in. On the exhale, belly button to spine, we're going to do a single toe tap. Inhale, obviously when we double. And the other side, toe tap. Breathing in. So this is level 1. Just transferring that weight nice and smoothly. Core engagement. If you want, let's take the knee up to hip height. Breathing out. Inhale, lower. Other side, breathing out. Inhale, lower. Arms at the same time. Belly button to spine. Inhale. and the leg, breathing out. So if you're a bit wobbly, engage that core. Look at a point on the wall or the floor that isn't moving. Woo, I almost went. Last one like that. So next level, we're going to open up those hips. We're going to do the same thing, breathing out. On the in breath, we're going to open up the knee. On the exhale, all the way back to middle. And on the inhale, lower. The leg, breathing out. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. And plant. Once more on each side, breathing out. Ooh, inhale, open. Exhale, center. Final one. Open up that hip. Bring it back. And pop it down. Give yourselves a little shake out. Well done, guys. So from this, just warm up those weights. Just let ourselves swing in that circle. And then bring it back to center. Into our Pilates roll down. So from the side, our knees are still slightly bent. We're taking a breath in. Breathing out, tuck the chin, scoop the belly, engage the core. And we're just going to open up our backs. Coming down over the legs, opening up that lower back, opening up the top of the backs of the legs. Inhale at the bottom. And then breathing out, push with the heels, engage those glutes, push, 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 push. Inhale at the top, open up that heart. And we're standing. Let's go again. Exhale, scoop and tuck. A little bit further this time with that fold if you can. Breathing in at the bottom. And then breathing out. Push, 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 push through those heels. Stack, stack, stacking up tall. All the way to standing. Inhale, open up that chest. On the next one, we're going to stay down a little bit longer, so increase the bend in knee. If you're a bit tight to the back of the legs, let's go. So coming down into our ragdoll fold this time. So we're literally ragdolls, hanging heavy over those legs. Give yourselves a little shake out. Shaky, 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 nice and heavy. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. Breathing in. Breathing out, hold those elbows, bend those arms, breathing in. And breathing out a little bit deeper. Hanging heavy. Then only if you feel comfortable, take it into that ragdoll sway from side to side, opening up those sides, the backs of the legs. And then slowing it down to center. Inhale. Pop the fingertips on the floor, increase that bend in knee, coming down to the floor or coming onto the sofa. So we're going into a side line series, so just lining yourself up in a lovely straight line. Use your arms as a pillow, your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked. Your feet are flexed as though you're standing on the wall, and you're using that core engagement to keep yourself nice and steady, okay? So from here, we're going to use our top leg, from here we're going to do a top leg lift, and we're just going to work that top leg, those glutes and those thighs. Breathing in, breathing out, let's hover, inhale, don't let it close, yeah? Let's do 7 more. Inhale, 6, breathing in, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, guys. So from here, point the toe. We're going to do circles forward. So just circling forward for 6, 5. So this is where you're going to sway, really engage that core. If you need to, use your fingertips on the mat in front of you. Let's do 2 and 1. Change in direction. 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2, final 1, holding it there. So from here, we're going to slightly bend that bottom leg to give us a little bit more stability, and we're going to reflex that top foot. Turn our ankle up to the sky and our toes to the floor, and just raise them slightly. We're going to draw some triangles. We're going to breathe in, touch the front of the triangle. Breathe out, the heel comes to the top of the triangle, and then breathing in, toe tap to the back. Exhale, heel to the top. Inhale, toe to the front. Exhale, up. Inhale, back. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, front, 2. Inhale, back, last 1. Inhale, front, and then back up in line with that top hip, and then just straightening out those legs once more. Hold it there. And then bring in both knees to bend in front of you as if you're sitting on a chair, and we're going to go straight into our hip openers, our clams, okay? So inhale. On the exhale, top leg raise. Inhale, back to hip height, okay? So make sure your hips stay forward and square with my body. Breathing out and breathing in. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, 3, and 2. Last 1. And then bring that hip back in line with the knee back in line with the hip even. And then visualizing this pencil on the front of our knee, we're just going to do 10 little circles. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop it down. Whoa, give it a little punch out. That's burning. And then let's straighten our legs back out. Ouch. And pop that top leg out of the way. So just going to do some inner thigh on that bottom leg now. So literally you're just going to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, belly bump to spine. Inhale, lower. 6. Inhale, lower. 5. Breathing in. 4. And 3. 2 and 1. Hold that leg up, point the toe. Let's do circles forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Change direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse it up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop it down. Well done, guys. Straighten that top leg back out. We're going to bend the bottom knee and bring ourselves up onto our forearm, and our shoulder is now above our elbow. So from here we're going to do some side raises or side lifts. So just make sure you stay in a nice straight line still. You're in between 2 panes of glass. We're going to take a breath in, and then breathing out, we're going to raise it up. Inhale, back down. Let's do 7 more. Breathing out. Inhale, back down. Breathing in. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one. Hold it at the top. Look towards that hand. Let's do a little pulse up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Bring yourself up into a little mermaid stretch. Open up that side. Give your bum a little stretch as well. Squeeze that leg in. And let's do the same on the other side. So let's spin around on those bums, or you just roll over if you can still hear me. You don't have to see me. And let's find that straight line on the other side. So hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, engaging our core. Let's do this. Top leg raise for 8, 7, 6, 5, come on, 4, and 3. Feel that doing the second leg's always harder. 2 and 1. Point those toes. Let's do 6 circles forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Change in direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 And one, hover that leg, little bend in that bottom knee. Flex the foot, turn the toes downwards. Let's draw those triangles. Inhale, front tap. Exhale, heel to the front top. Inhale, toe to the back. Exhale, top. Inhale, front. Exhale, top. Inhale, back. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, last one. Inhale behind. Well done, guys. A little stretch. Let's take it into that sitting position. Hips to square. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, hip height. 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on, we're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Hold that knee there. Let's do 10 little circles. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Punch it out. Straighten up that leg. And then bring the top one out of the way. Let's do that inner thigh of the bottom leg. Off we go. 8, inhale, lower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 6 circles forward. 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on, we can do it. 2, and 1. Opposite direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping it down. Well done, guys. Straighten out those legs. Bottom leg, knee bent. Up onto that forearm, shoulder and elbow in line. Straight line, no sticking those bums back. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale down. 7. Breathing in. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Hold it at the top. Hold it. Reach for the sky. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop it down. Bring yourselves up. Give your knee a hug. Over we go with that mermaid stretch. Well done, guys. And then bring yourselves to sit on those bums. Pop those legs out in front of you. And then just pull those bum cheeks out the way so your pelvis is nice and neutral. Okay, so from there, let's really stretch out those glutes. So crossing one leg over the other, pushing it in towards the body. Take a breath in. And then breathing out. Pop that hand behind you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Really feel the stretch and the rotation through the body. Breathing in. And out. Once more in. And then breathing out. Bring it back to face forward. Undo the leg. Cushion the other side. Exhale up and over. Breathing in. Think about that string pulling you tall. And breathing out. In. And then exhale. Undo that bind. Come to face forward. Give yourselves a little shake out. Pop those soles of those feet together and your knees out wide. And just bring the heels a little bit closer to your bottoms and let your knees open. Feel the stretch in your groin. Take a breath in. Breathing out if you want to, keeping a lovely straight back, engaging core. You can bring your nose a little bit further over those toes. It won't come far. Just feel that deeper stretch. Hold it there. Breathing in and out. Once more in And then breathing out, bring yourself back up tall. Extend that one leg out long, and then sliding your hand down your thigh and to your shin, inhale. On the exhale, let's take it up and over, keeping your chest facing forward to begin with. Breathing in and out, inhale. On the next exhale, let's rotate through the waist and reach towards those ankles. You won't touch them, but reach for it and just really feel the opening through that lower back and your side. Breathing in and then breathing out, bring that leg back to center, other side, slide and over we go. Chest forward, in and out. Breathing in, adding on that rotation, reach towards that ankle. Inhale and exhale once more, breathing in and then breathing out. Bring it back up tall, bring your leg back in. Let's take it over onto our hands and knees, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Give your bum a little wag and let's just do a cat and a cow stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, rounding through the back. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. And again, breathing out, rounding through, open up those shoulder blades. And then bring it back. And then from there, just tuck those toes under, give yourselves a little push back, give those feet a little cheeky stretch. Inhale. And then on the exhale, just bring those bums up to the sky and then walking our hands towards those feet into that ragdoll fold from earlier, okay? So hanging nice and heavy, we're going to stand up nice and slowly, inhale. And then as before, breathing out, push with the heels, engage the glutes. Stacking the vertebrae up to standing, one at a time, all the way up. Inhale at the top, open up that chest, give yourselves a little wiggle. Take those feet a little bit wider, let's just scoop up the floor, inhale. And exhale, overhead, breathing in. And out, once more in, and out, all the way up, intertwine those fingers, press the sky, feet a little bit more narrow, breathing in, over we go with a side lean, hold it there, inhale, over to the side, hold it there, breathing in, bring it back to center, inhale, palms together, exhale through to heart center. And well done everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.